What's this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1?
Oh no, that just means I turned on the stream, so I want to see that yeah, fuck yeah, okay. It comes up both cameras. That's awesome. That's legendary. Alright, so it's currently rolling on YouTube now. Awesome. Well, it's live up on YouTube now, my friend. So the YouTube one's going for a little bit. They're going to get some extra content. But it should be good. It should be good. Then we've got 4 minutes to launch on Facebook. And that's how it's going to be. So this is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting. I'm wondering if I should...
Cool.
I'm wondering if I should... I'm thinking I might put everything into tabs. I've got a lot running right now on my computer. Well,
computer's not going to crash, is it?
No, my computer's fucking gangster.
It's not. Can it hold all the stuff you're doing to it, or?
Yeah, my computer can run bloody heaps. Should I just reckon we should just start early on good old Facebook?
Just kick it off, bro.
Yeah, get it started. People will be bloody jumping for joy.
Kick it off. Let's do this shit.
Alright, set this all up properly. Bang. Bang. Alright, give me one more sec. I'll see if this works. Can you say something for a sec? Yeah, alright.
You've muted me.
Yeah, I know. I'm just playing around with some of the stuff quickly.
Okay.
And then that should mute me. Alright, sweet. I'm ready. I'm gonna chuck on some tunes quickly. Have my last little... Alright, I'm gonna quickly jump up on my tablet so I can watch it on my tablet while I also actually do it live on the Facebooks on the computer. Alright. Bang. Okay, finally got it to work. What do you reckon? Should we
kick it off?
Smash it out. Kick it
Let's
off.
go.
Smash it out.
Let's go.
Stuff.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
We'll do a cheeky little countdown. So we'll give it a 3 and a 2 and a 1 and I'll bloody send it.
Send it.
The live is starting in 3, 2 and a 1 and the live is now live apparently. That is legendary. Alright, beautiful. 7 on the dot. Actually got it working this time. If that's not if that's not the craziest thing ever, I don't know what is.
Perfect.
Alright, loaded it up. Bang, bang, and boom. Beautiful, beautiful. So we actually got it to work this time. So this is Rocco. I am your host, Kai Gardner, and finally, long awaited, welcome to ComixCanines Live Fridays. So this is going to be a weekly talk show, podcast type of interview section where we're just going to discuss anything animal related in the animal world, whether that be today's episode, business. We've got some rescuers who want to come on, groomers, trainers, all of that. We're going to dive deep into all of these different topics in the animal world. We're going to talk about animal health. We're going to talk about the businesses behind it all. Every little detail like that, and every topic is going to change every episode. So this is going to be running, as I said, every Friday at 7 o'clock. We're going to have a bunch of different segments, which will be including stuff like... I've got it all written down. We're going to have multiple segments called introductions. So that's where we're just going to introduce everybody. We're going to have the Q&A learning corner, where we're going to just ask some questions to our guests that we have on, learn a little bit more about them, what they do, and why they do it. We're going to talk about the business behind it. We're going to talk about a little game time. Well, not talk, we're going to play. We're going to have game time. Then we're going to have our outro where we leave. We're going to make it inspirational and enlightened, give them some inspirational messages. We're going to give some wisdom from the guests. We're going to pretty much aim to educate as many people as possible, whether that be the viewers at home, whether that be ourselves. I'm here to learn, you're here to learn. So that's Live Fridays. That's all I can really say until you tune into every single episode. We also just got verified for Facebook stars. So that means when you're watching our live videos or any video that goes up onto our channel, you can click below and help put money into our shelter fund by giving us stars. It only costs a couple dollars to buy. I believe it's about $1.49 for about 50 or so stars. That gets sent to us and equivalent to real-time money that we can put into our shelter and help actually keep our business up and running. But you're all right over there?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, mate. But without further ado, what do you reckon we should jump into this? So before we get into any questions and anything else, Rocco, introduce yourself. Bloody, let us know what's going on. Let us know who you are, all that, and then we'll start throwing questions out and about. Oh, before we start, actually, thank you, Nan. She sent 310 stars there. That's absolutely legendary. What a good kickstart to our video. But yeah, introduce yourself, Rock. So, full name, tell us what you do, all that type of stuff.
I have a business in Bathurst called Jims Pet Patrol. Started it about 6 months ago, and it's been fun. Having a good time with it. Met this gentleman called Kai, and basically we've just been talking pretty much non-stop since we met. Just about everything and anything. You name it, we've talked about it. We like to talk about business, animals, investing. Yeah, it's just good to have somebody that you can understand what you're talking about and relates to you.
100%. I love that. It's so true. There's not many people in our local town of Bathurst, so you can just go talk some spiritually enlightenment, business and all that, and they don't look at you weird. You go say, if we said anything that we say to each other to any normal person, they would be like, excuse me, what are you going on about?
Very true.
It's beautiful. It is. It sadly is, but it's when you find your crowd. You fit in, you find your crowd, and you stick with them.
Absolutely.
Well, I've got a couple of questions here, Rocco, that I think I potentially may know the answer to, but also I'm willing to learn, but we're going to dive deep into it. So I've got these Q&As broken down into kind of different topics. So we've got the motivation, inspiration, which would be the background, the reasoning, why you do what you do type of thing. Then we've got the business side of it all, which is just the heavy behind the scenes button pushing, paperwork type of stuff. We've got the personal questions. So, and then we have the personalized questions. Now the personalized questions every week are going to vary from guest to guest, but the first couple are going to be dedicated to just everybody, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So question number one is pretty much, you covered it there at the start, but there's a whole bunch of other things to add on to it. So simply like, what do you do? What do you do for work? So I know you have a couple of different places, but you have the franchise, Jims Pet Patrol. You do a little bit of the Seki work, delivery kind of stuff. But yeah, so is there anything else that we're missing out on there, or?
Basically, I'm an entrepreneur.
Basically, to put it bluntly.
Put it in a nutshell.
Hard work. It pays off. So
it is hard work.
So you got gyms, then you do occasionally a little bit here for menu log and all of that, which is absolutely brilliant. I want to start that on my motorbike, but as you can see on my Facebook, my business is just tenfold right now. It's just stressful. I need workers. But is there anything else there that we're missing?
I do a lot of things.
Because
I
you picked
chased
up
the
some
dollar.
lawn stuff. Yeah, you picked
Chased
up
the
some
dollar, mate.
You picked up some mowing work and all that for gyms and all that unintentionally as well, didn't you?
Yeah, they asked me if I wanted to do some mowing work. So I picked that up, and that went absolutely crazy. So then I expanded on that. Winter came in, so then I've expanded on doing weeding and gardening, which is what you do in winter. Look, it's all about the power of the ABN, and it's what you want to achieve and what goals you have will make you go to what limit you want to go to, and you will do what you want to do and what you can do to achieve what you want to achieve.
That's beautiful, actually. That is very poetic. The way you put that actually makes a lot of sense. I do like that because you also started or tried to kickstart DeVito's lawn, wasn't it? A while back,
Yep,
you were looking at starting, DeVito's.
That's something I started, and I was doing that in summer. So it's another little side project that I've got going. Which, I mean, as winter's come in, it's obviously slowed down a little bit, but I've probably got a couple of clients a week, which is good. But yeah, it's just all a balance. It's all about a balance, and it's all about priorities and balance and working out where you're going.
Yeah,
you can relate to that, Kai.
Oh, you've definitely got to prioritize. Like, I did not think priorities existed, and I just thought work hard or don't work at all, but I've died a couple of times. And yeah, you got to prioritize and you got to sort your stuff out. I had a big plan to start ComixCanines Collectibles, which we have the Instagram page and the Facebook page, and at the moment I'm just posting news and anything nerd related. But I wanted to start a business out of it. But something always happens, and you just got to be like, nah, look, like, you got to figure out what you're going to do, prioritize when you do it. Don't do like a million things at once. You got to do, this feels right, I'll do that. This feels right, I'll do that. I have time for this, and it's not going to affect me, I'll do that type of thing. Yeah.
But in saying that, that is part of being an entrepreneur.
Yeah, the juggling.
But doing a million things at once is part of being an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
but
you just got to prioritize health. Yeah,
yeah.
I got to prioritize health. I was hitting real bad spots there. Sometimes I wouldn't be finishing till like midnight, and that was crazy when you're doing like literally dog walking.
Don't forget about yourself.
Yeah, actually, that can come in handy at the end. At the end, I've got some inspirational things I want you to tell people. So save them all until there, but that's a good kickoff to it. In this life, you got to look out for yourself. Like, you got to look out for your health, yourself, and then at the end of it, your wealth.
Your health, yourself. Beautiful.
Your health,
well done.
Yourself.
And your wealth.
And your wealth.
Spot on. Top 3.
You heard it here today. Kai and Rocco, look out for yourself, your health, and then your wealth. We'll move on to the next one, my friend. We'll move on to the next one. So, this could fall into a multitude of things, but why do you do? Why do you do like what you do, and what do you hope to achieve with it? So, why do you do all these little things, and what do you hope to achieve from it all?
For freedom. I have never been one to work for other people, to be in the corporate 9-to-5 world, to get up in the morning and be told what to do all the time. And it's never been me. I've always had a side project going, and basically I've made it more official in the last 6 to 12 months. And the freedom that you get out of doing this is amazing. You don't have to answer to anybody. You don't have to put in for holidays. You don't have to get permission to do things. And that's the way life should be.
I like that. Because that does give a lot more time and freedom to do other things, as you've said. Like, it just basically ultimately gives you that freedom. Like, to anybody who does enjoy working a 9-to-5, though, that is entirely up to them. Like, if you're happy, that's awesome. As long as you are happy. But I just want to escape. I want to be able to wake up tomorrow and just be like, all right, look at my dogs, even look at my mum and dad, and my sisters and my family, and be like, come on, let's just go on a holiday. Like, why hell not? Like, that freedom to just be like, I'm going overseas. You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
Yeah, I totally 100%. Get that.
And it is hard to do. It's very hard.
It is. I've had to sacrifice a lot.
But yeah, you just need to ask yourself, what do you want in life? What do you want? How do you want to achieve it? You need to do something that's going to be part of your life.
Yeah, that's awesome. I remember Logic, one of my favorite rappers ever. He said, like, what is the point of life? It is to live it. And that's however you choose to live it. Like, you do what feels right for you pretty much at the end of the day. And what feels right to me, and I know I could speak for you as well, is escaping the rat race and just building a foundation for freedom. 100%.
100%. Totally agreed.
That's awesome. Well, here's a good one for you then that I'm very interested for. What inspired you to start? So this can either be what inspired you to start Jims, what inspired you to start the DeVitos, or what inspired you to start your journey of being an entrepreneur.
The lifestyle. I've been doing this for a very, very long time. I've always had something on the side. I've always tried to achieve getting out of this designed lifestyle, I suppose you could say. I have always wanted to do it, and I've finally found a way to do it. So now it's just basically more official. And now that I've got a taste of it, I'm not going to stop. This is just the beginning, and there's so much to achieve out there. It's your limits are endless in what you want to achieve, and so many people have talents that they can use to make money at the same time they can enjoy their life.
That's what this started as, just a passion and a hobby. And I was like, wait a minute, this is crazy, man. Like, we could build so much off of this. That's beautiful. That is good. I like that. You just wait about 5 or 10 years. We'll see where we're at there. We're going to be flying private jets, my friend.
100%. Grant Cardone,
100%.
mate, all the way.
I love it. I love it. There's a cheeky little shout out for everybody. All right.
One of my inspirations.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I might have to quickly add that into the game time. I've got a big kind of like a game event put at the end, but I might have to slide another extra question in there and be like, who are your inspirations for this life? All right, this is the last one of the motivation inspiration section of the Q&A. So, how do you hope to make an impact? This can be on yourself, on the world, on your family, like even the town, just however you perceive the impact.
Impact, as you said, can be done in a lot of ways. Look, if I can change someone's life, if I can show someone something, if I can teach someone something, that's a plus. Look, life is for everyone to share, and there's so much out there, and we should all be helping each other. This idea that people believe in it's only about themselves, well, good luck to you, but I don't know. I believe in sharing is the best way to achieve things. Billionaires are not billionaires by themselves. You hear about this saying self-made millionaire. Well, that's a load of horse shit. You can't be a self-made millionaire. You need somebody's help along the way at some time. And look, billionaires say the same thing, that they need help. They do it. They don't do it by themselves. You're only one person, and there's only so many hours in a day that you've got to achieve. So if you need help, seek it.
That is true. That is actually really true. That is quite poetic. Because there's no way. It's just that it's very selfish to go on it on your own, if that makes sense. But like, to not care for others, there's always other people involved in it. Like, I know that my success is shared by my mum, my sisters, my dog, even my father, my stepmother, my brother, all of them. It's all shared with them, and to help them. And emotional support is even a type of support that does make it in the long run. Not just having a shoulder to cry on. I know whenever I'm feeling down and all that, I go and vent to my mum. She's probably sick of it at this point, but she has to do it because she's my mum. Now, before we move on to the next type of Q&As, I just want to try this. It's sitting here in front of me, and I have to try it. So I can add media, noise and sound and all that. So I'm just going to say, Rocco, well done, beautiful, inspirational, and... I had to try it. I've got all these sounds.
Is this the cast of Seinfeld or something, is it?
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're doing a proper old talk show over here.
Okay, you got to put a laugh in now.
I do. I actually have that. This is awesome, man.
Fantastic.
This is the greatest thing I've ever downloaded. All right. So we'll target one of your specific businesses or workplaces. So we'll target either DeVito's, gyms. Most of them kind of actually have the same for this answer, but just picture one if you want to, or you can do them all. But what is an overview of your business model? So like, what is an overview of, we'll start with, like gyms, an overview of the actual business model, how it operates, what you do, what is it?
It's about helping animals. It's about being involved with animals and helping people out with animals. That's it in a nutshell. Too. And at the same time, I'm making a living out of it and enjoying myself. That's the base. That's the scope. That's what it's all about. Like, and that's what I said back before. It's all about doing something that you like doing in life, and at the same time achieving kicking goals and helping people. That's what it's out. That's what it's all about. That's
why I like what I do as well, which our businesses are quite similar, is because, like, even though we're not directly helping people, by helping people with their animals, that is immensely making their life easier. They don't have to worry about a high intense, like a dog that needs exercise. They don't have to worry about, in your case, because you guys do the poo pickups and that, which is actually awesome. They don't have to worry about doing it all. The when we sit them, they don't have to worry about the stresses of what's going on with their dog when they go. And it immensely makes people's lives so much more easier. Like, these simple services make such a big impact.
Absolutely.
Well, before we go on with the next, I'm going to reply to a couple of the comments we've got here. So we got Kathy, who said, "Hey guys," she's a massive supporter of this page and an absolute legend. Hey Kathy, how are you doing?
Hey Kathy.
We got some more stars sent to us. That's beautiful. So we're up to 409 if I'm any good at math at all. And then mums are the best. Mums honestly are. I've just tagged my mum in that, so she'll jump on and see that. That's going to make her day. We've got some awesome people that I recognize in here. You might know this one, Rocco. It's Mel. She jumped in and said, "G'day guys, mums are the best."
Mel from Jim's Dog Wash.
Yeah.
Hey Mel.
I went and dropped them off some food not long ago. They bought some food off me the other day. So I'm keen to hear how that all went.
Shout out to Mel and Duncan from Jim's Dog Wash.
Big shout out there. I'm going to start posting a lot of them. Might have to get them on a future episode here, actually.
They'd love that.
Yeah, well, we're doing a grooming episode next week. That's going to be a little snippet, but we'll finish that at the end of the video. So probably wait about 2 or so weeks to do another grooming segment. That'll be good because we can get so much different views of all the people who work in that industry, which is what this whole show is going to be about. It's beautiful. You just wait. You think this first episode is awesome? You just wait. All right, my friend. So with Jims and the DeVito's one, what goods or services do you provide? So what goods and services do you have in both of those?
Jims is dog walking. I do a little bit of lead training. I'll do a coat brush out and a bit of nail clipping. And do pet sitting. So if you go away, I can look after your pets. And, of course, the poo pickup.
Which a lot of people were like, that's weird. But I looked at it and I was like, crap, why am I not doing that? Like, that is actually, because I have to go out there and do mine, like my own dogs, like once a week. And I'm like, dude, that's like a weekly occurring thing. Like, it gets so annoying. You don't think of it, but then you step in a bit of poo. You're like, I wish that was picked up. Oh my God. Oh my God. You should, if you
Waste
get
management, it's called.
Yeah, well, actually, if you get that, if you do have all of that, you should go and offer that to council and get them to pay you to go around certain sections of Bathurst and pick up all the dog poo that people don't pick up themselves. Because council do not have a service that do that, dude.
That's not a bad idea.
No, it's actually not. It is brilliant.
It's not a bad idea at all.
Actually, yeah, if you don't go and take that, I'm going to snatch that up, bro. But you need to go. You should go offer that to them 100% because they jump up on that. There is so much like dog poo in that does not get picked up around the area. There's a little cheeky idea for you. Feel free to write that one down, courtesy of Comics. All right,
Written.
Here's another one. Yeah, written. It is down. All right. So, what is your greatest achievement since starting this journey?
Oh, I don't know.
It's a good one. It's
I don't think I've achieved what I needed to achieve, but there's a long way to go to get to my greatest achievement. But I suppose I've achieved small achievements.
Well, as of now, today, to right now, what is the greatest achievement that you've made so far? Like,
I've
what
met
is your
some great
greatest achievement
people
so
along the
far?
way. I've helped people. I've networked and used my skills and just, I don't know. I suppose in general, my greatest achievement is probably helping people.
That's beautiful. That's awesome.
That's
really shows
what
a lot of
I'm all
integrity
about.
too.
That's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Well, that shows a lot as well that it's not a material achievement and all of that, which that's humbling. That is really cool, dude. I like it.
Thank you.
So those are the business questions done. So we're going to jump on to the more personal questions and then the personalized questions. So with these personal ones, it's like you're quite knowledgeable on business and all of that, running the business, starting it, what you want. But is there anything else that you do away from all of this? So like a hobby in your free time, what makes you you?
Me, I'm a gypsy. I love traveling. I love the beach. I love life. I love getting out there. I love getting out in the bush. I love nature. I love being outside. That's why I like this job. Well, it's not a job. It's a lifestyle. That's why I like this lifestyle.
Yeah. I feel that. I totally feel that. I got two mates who are hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm trying to persuade them so bad to come back to Bathurst because I used to go on the maddest journeys with them and now I can't. But I'm trying so hard to get them to come back so we can go on like mad adventures again and just experience the world. It is beautiful. All right. This is one that I solely added in and am going to ask everybody because it is beautiful. This is my favorite question. Tell me about your pets and how influential they are to you.
Well, at the moment, I have one dog and one cat. He's Alphonse.
How does he go with the cat?
They get along great.
This is everybody watching. There's a big, 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 big subject of fear when it comes to staffies and cats, because you have an American English, don't you?
Yep.
Tell everybody you saw it here today. Staffies and cats can be friends. So many people put staffies down for not liking cats.
No, my cat loves him. They get along really well. They sleep together at night.
That's so mad. How influential are they to you? So, like, you have a strong connection to them. Like, do they kind of correct you to go do some certain things that you'll do, or like, did they inspire a lot of the things that you do? Like my dogs, was your dog half of the reason you picked like Jim's Pet Patrol out of all their different franchises that they have to offer?
Sorry, can you ask that question? Say it again.
Yeah.
Say that question
so, like,
again.
how influential?
That was a long
were
question.
The animals? It was, but like, how influential were they, like, to you, like your animals? Like, are they the ones that spark this idea for you to do?
100%.
Some things that you do.
100%.
Yeah.
I've been around animals for a long time. Animals are amazing. Animals, like, you come home, you've had a bad day, you walk straight in the door, unconditional love, mate. Straight away, they jump on your lap. You know, they know there's something wrong. They're there for you. They don't discriminate. They don't care what you look like. They don't care who you are. They just love you for who you. They're the best.
They are 100%, 100%. And were they the reason your animals and your love for them, was that half the reason you chose Jim's Pet Patrol over any of the other Jim's franchises that are available? Like, is that why you chose the pet one? I
chose the pet one because it was just the best one to get into. It was it meant something. It had a meaning to it. I looked at other ones and I thought, oh yeah, they're okay, but this one's actually means something. Like it's part of me, I suppose. It's part of my life.
And it makes you so much more like spiritually awake when you work with these, like, really just like not chill, but all animals are pretty chill. Whether they jump, whether they're barking and all that, I still think they're pretty chill. But it makes you feel so much happier just working with animals each day.
They're all got a different story to tell.
Yeah, exactly.
They all have a different spirit and a different soul, and they're all different. They all do different things, and they're healers.
I've seen it all. Yeah, 100%. I go and vent to most of my clients.
Yep, me too.
Dogs, I'm like,
I do the same thing
today. Yep. This happened today.
Yep, I talk to them all day. They're great.
Right, we'll move on to the last of the Q&A here, which is the personalized questions. So, why did you choose a franchise and, like, specifically Jims? So, was it just because it had the groundwork already there for you then to build on, or like, what was the whole ideal behind the franchise?
It was an offer that I seen and I thought this looks great. I rang up and inquired about it, and they told me everything about it. I said, let's do it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And that's part of life. Like, just jump on it. Don't procrastinate, and don't. If you want to do something, do it. Don't waste time and say, "Oh, I'm going to research this and I'm going to research that," and 6 months later you don't do anything about it. Look, there's nothing wrong with researching, but do the proper research. Get into the depth of it. Research it properly. Don't procrastinate. Go and do what you want to do. Don't let anything stop you doing what you want to do in life.
It's like
that's the same with Mel and Duncan. You know, they've done the same thing, and they've got a quality of life now. You know, like,
that's awesome. That is awesome. Because before we continue, I have a friend here named John, and he said it's a random question, but are you Italian, Rocco?
Very possible, John. Very possible.
There you go. There you go.
Yes. Yes, I am.
There you go, John. He's a funny bugger. I went to school with him. He's a big supporter. I love John. John, I love you, my friend. You're an absolute legend.
Jono.
All right. Yeah, John Attard. His father is is it Maltese? Yeah, Maltese, or however you pronounce that one. He's from Malta.
From the Malta.
Yeah, they're so cool. His family is like absolute legends, man. All right. Now the last one here. This one's a really fun one too. This is probably one of my other favorite ones here that I like to learn about. So, what is it? Which we kind of covered before, but what is it about being an entrepreneur that like drove you to start? So like, I know we say the freedom, the time, and all of that, but where did it just kick you in your early life? You were just like, damn, that entrepreneurial shit. Like that's kind of dope, man. Like I want to do that.
From day one, mate. I've always been one of those people. Even when I was at school, you have to do this, you have to do that, and the teacher says this, and the government says that, and I said, no, that's not for me.
Yeah,
I've always been like that from day one. I've always been an individual, and I've always been a self-thinker. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
How did you expand on that when you first were kind of like, not doing that? Like, for me personally, I looked up to like some musicians and rappers that kind of helped me. And then I dove into like movies and then found stuff like Elon Musk and all of that. And I was like, damn. And then Iron Man. And I was like, holy Jesus Christ, this is awesome. These guys are doing some really cool stuff. Like, were there any idols, models, any of that you were kind of like, that is cool?
Well, believe it or not, I'll tell you a really, really, really cool businessman. 50 Cent. 50 Cent is actually a businessman. He's actually more than you think he is.
God, yeah, he started selling water.
Yes, he did. That's right. Another guy that you probably don't know about, who's a multi-billionaire from business, is Magic Johnson.
Yeah, no, I knew that one as well.
And then my idol, that's been my idol for about 3 months now, he's the guy that gets me out of bed and makes me think, let's go kick some ass, is Grant Cardone.
Yeah, you got me onto him.
He didn't start making serious money till he was 50 years old. And I think he's, what's he now? 63? I think he's 63. So he's now a billionaire, but he didn't start till he was 50 years old.
That's kind of like Colonel Sanders with the KFC franchise when he first started. Wasn't he like in his 60s or something as well? He like opened all these.
I think so. Yeah, like that's what I mean.
His
like
restaurants failed. Yeah.
People say, "Oh, we're running out of time. We're running out of time." Well, yes, we are running out of time, but nothing's late. Nothing's too late, and that's
exactly. 100%. That is so gangster. I'm gonna have to watch him more because you got me onto him now. All right. Before we jump into this next part, we've got Kathy, who said life's too short, which 100%. That is what we are saying right here today. Keep up the good work. 100%. We will try our absolute best. I don't see us stopping anytime soon. Do you, Rocco?
No, mate. I've got another 50 years to go.
Mate, the way I'm going right now, I'm going to kill societal norms and I'm going to make it to at least 125. And then, Mel said absolutely to that statement you were talking about before. Yeah, Jono, there he is. He's half Italian and Maltese, which is awesome. Yes, this is an hoodie. This is an hoodie that my mother got me, and it has my dogs on it, and it is my pride and joy, and it is my favorite thing I own in this whole entire world. But it's actually a plushie, not an hoodie, because I'm unique and different. And then, 50 Cent is the man. He is. Like, I watched this interview on him, and he was like, someone asked him, why do you sell water or sparkling water or whatever it is? And he's like, I went to the shop, and people were charging upwards of like $5 for a bottle of water. And I thought to myself, as gangster, I want to sell water. So he found and made this really, really good unfluorinated water, and everyone was like, and then he's like, I'm selling it. So he did. Like, that is the coolest story. He was like, water is awesome. Me, I'm awesome. I'm going to sell water. Awesome. So he just did it. And like, that is just, it's so simple and cool. You know what I mean? Like, just the whole thought process. It's like literally what you said before. Life's too short. Just full send it. And he just was like, yeah, I'm going to do that. That is cool. 50 Cent is a legend. And then someone said, wise words, mate, to you there, Rocco. Which I humbly agree with, because it is. They're very
Who was
wise
that?
words. That was CJ.
CJ. Hey, CJ.
Yes. Wise words. This is going to be up on the Facebook and YouTube forever. So anybody who watches it, they're going to just be absolutely mind blown, because I know I am. This is informative as all buggery, and I love it. I do. Now, Rocco. Wait, where are we? I think I have drum rolls here. Yeah, I do. All right. This is awesome. So, this is the game time that I was hyping up for you, because I've been waiting to do this for 2 weeks and ask you this, because this is going to turn into a giant discussion. So, in the game time, every single one of the guests that I have, I'm going to play a different game with them that I interpret is in line with their personalities. So I'm going to pick a game that interests them, and we're going to play it together, and we're going to just have fun, pretty much. This is a way just to get rid of all the business talk, all of that, and just have a quick little cheeky game. So Rocco, our game with you today is this. So you invest, I invest, all the fun stuff, all right? If you had 100,000, so you had 100K, what would you invest in and why? And while you're doing this, I am going to put some polls up in the chat for some people to answer. But if you had 100K, what would you invest in and why? And also how?
Real estate.
All of it? The whole 100 in real estate?
Yep. Well, that 100K, you can use it for 10%. You could probably use it for maybe 2 houses.
So what would you look into? Would you look into apartments? Would you look into a unit, an actual house, townhouse, duplex?
Probably houses.
Yeah,
probably go houses. Where I can't tell you where the markets. We don't know what's happening with the real estate market at the moment. I'd probably suggest that you pay proper people that know what they're talking about. There's people out there that for a job, for a career, they are professional data researchers, and they study real estate for a living, and they get into the depths of
oh no. Is it just me, or did it crash? Oh no.
Best way to go if you're going to invest in real estate. Pay the right people that know what they're talking about. And that's with everything in life. If you don't know how to do something, you pay for professional advice. You pay for a professional to do it for you. And that kind of goes back to the time factor again. Don't try and be a plumber if you don't know what you're doing. You have to get the plumber to do the job stuff. Yeah, it's serious.
Professionals do come in handy.
Try and fix things, and they break it, and then it's going to cost them 3 times the amount to fix it. So, and that's with everything in life, and that's part of being successful. Don't try and do everything yourself. Back to that one again. Use people's qualities to help you. If you have to pay for it, you have to pay for it.
Before you keep going, people in the chat are saying that you were frozen and you're not coming up on the actual video.
Actually, you're frozen too.
Yeah, I'm the only one coming up on the Facebook live stream there. I'm the only the only video. Is your camera on?
Yep. Yeah, it's on.
They're so weird. We'll just give it a little sec.
But you're frozen to me.
It's alright. It's just quickly re-uploading your audio and microphone, which it is slowly jumping up, so it should start pumping up again in a second. Mine's at 99% on my side, where yours is at 11%. So I'd say that should hopefully jump back in a minute.
The timer has actually reset itself too.
On yours?
Yeah. It was 20-something minutes, and now it's like 2 minutes something.
That is so strange. You probably like accidentally... Oh no, it still says that you're in my room. We do my studio, which is good. But
so you're saying that nobody can see me?
Yeah, no.
Can they hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you. They can see me and hear you.
Okay.
So I think we're going good.
Cool. Better than last week.
Yeah, better than last week. At least we're actually here this time. We're closing in on the end anyway, so we could either try to fix this video issue, or we could just keep absolutely sending it and hope that it fixes itself in just a moment. But they can hear me and see me and hear you, but they do not do the see you.
That's okay.
But we've got... I like the lights. Thank you, John. Thank you for liking the lights. They are my beautiful LEDs.
Disco lights rock.
Yeah, it's my lightsaber, my standing lightsaber. It is it's mainly for TikTok because I can't turn the lights off in here and just have that blaring when I'm on live, because this one's meant to be a bit more professional. Whereas TikTok is more just go on there and do random things and somehow you get 100 followers. Great work, guys. Have a great night. Thank you, CJ. And then they just, talking about seeing us and all that. Right, so I believe we are so very close. We are so very close on the shelter fund to almost getting 2,000 stars there, which is absolutely phenomenal. So we go into the last segment quickly. I'll just quickly say, just before you forget, feel free to send some stars. You can send emojis and icons that actually evaluate the stars there. So if you click on them, they only cost a couple of dollars each. Feel free to do that. No pressure whatsoever. And we'll move on to the last little bit here before we say bye-bye. So we've settled on the 100K would go to real estate. Would you flip it? Would you hold it? Would you live in it? Asset, liability? How are we looking at it?
Invest.
Yeah, 100%. So use it as an asset, not a liability.
Yeah.
Which is
about
phenomenal.
investing.
I'd probably do the same. I'd probably
It's about
do the
cash
exact
flow,
same.
positive cash flow.
So here is what we got. And I'm going to quickly ask the audience as well. See what they have to say. Oh, I think your video came back up.
Am I back up, am I?
Oh, no, it disappeared again for me. So this question should be up and running now as well. So we're going to ask the audience, what would they do with 100K? Me personally, I'd diversify. I would heavily diversify. So I'd probably, no, it is popping back up again now. You are back. You're
I'm
alive,
back?
apparently. Yeah, you are.
Yay.
With 100K, I'd probably diversify. So I'd probably smash down a deposit onto a real estate. I'd most likely look at a duplex, personally. One of those one houses that has two houses. I'd live in one side while I rent out the other side to pay for that. But with the remainder of the 100K that I would have left, depending on how much the duplex was, I'd roughly probably have about, what do you reckon, about 20 to 40 grand left after a deposit, give or take, depending on mortgage homeowners insurance, like mortgage loaners insurance and the first homeowners grant,
maybe
that's coming in,
maybe.
all these little bits and pieces. I'd probably diversify the rest between precious metals and probably an ETF. Building ETF like the IOZ, which is the ASX 200, and diversify it between each of those. So I have real estate, precious metals, and then also have stocks there, mainly blue chips, that would then also be generating me income on the side for a long term. That'd be my way to go, because if you're living in one side of the duplex and then you rent out the other while you build up income and slowly pay it off, so by the end, you'll be close to paying it off. You yourself will then be able to rent out each side, put down another deposit, and then flip from there. Duplexes are a phenomenal investment. They're crazy. And I think people underestimate the power of owning a duplex. Like, they are, me and my friends always talk about it. And it is a crazy startup for sure. And that is probably one way I'd like to get into it. Because you can use it as an asset and a protective liability, which means like you can then live in it while also making money off of it. So it's a liability because you're using it, but it's also protective because you're making back from it. Duplexes are they're weird. It's like a loophole in real estate. It's just that they do cost a lot more. I was living in one and it was $400 a week, and I was just on one side of the duplex. So like they're different. They're a different breed. My rant over. Kai Gardner Sargent, you heard it first here. I like duplexes.
The duplex man.
We're going to ask people as well. We're going to activate the poll, which should be popping up and hopefully not covering too much on the screen. I've got a couple of polls going, some interactivity to keep to gauge the audience. They can learn of us and we can learn off of them. That's what this is all about. So we've switched it now. So in the last poll that we ran, the numbers were, if it wants to load up here. So when I asked people, have they ever thought to start a business, 67% said no, 33% said yes, which without asking too much, I respect that. There's probably reasonings behind both sides of the coin. So I respect that. I thought of starting it because I simply had a mental breakdown because I had to work full time, 2 jobs, and just wanted to spend more time with my dogs. So I was like, no, I want to start a business. That was my whole thought process. As we said before though, you're on each side of the coin. It doesn't matter if you do, doesn't matter if you don't. The ultimate question is, are you happy? We'll leave it at that.
100%. 100%. That's what life's all about.
Well, I hate when you first meet people, which I understand not a lot of people intentionally mean it to sound hurtful, but when the first thing someone asks you is, like, where do you work? What do you do for work? What do you drive? What are you wearing? Like, what shoes are they? Do you have this? Oh, have you seen the new iPhone? Like, all these materialistic questions. When I got to admit, sometimes I do say to people, like, so what do you do with yourself? Like, and all that. But I've started asking now, like, how are you? Like, are you happy? How have things been? Because it's not about the materialism. Eventually, the conversation will steer into that. And it's like, so what do you do with yourself? Where do you work? And it's like, oh, that's interesting. I've always thought about doing that, yada, yada. But I now like to approach a question with, like, just, are you happy? Which is it makes you feel good as well when you get the answer back. Because then if someone says no, you're like, damn, dude, like, you're good? Like, what's going on? Like, but if they say, like, yeah, man, you're like, yeah, like, just how are you? Are you happy? Like, what's been going on? Like, that simple open-endedness, it feels more personalized, not straight like, what do you do? Where you work? Like, all that, which can be rude in a way. Oh, no, what are your interpretations?
Materialism makes the world go around, though.
Yeah. And like, you can compliment people. Nice hat, nice shoes, nice car.
How many young people wear the same things all the time? Like, how many times have you seen kids wearing those red Nike 270 shoes?
Or Converses.
Every those Converse Chuck
Vans.
Taylors. Vans. Like everybody wears the same thing. And these companies love it.
Oh God, yeah. They start massive trends.
Materialism makes the world go round. That's how people have been programmed.
Yeah, no, God, yeah. That's actually quite true. Because that's why Apple, they basically just got free advertising for their AirPods. Because did you ever see those viral videos on like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook and that, of people who would be like, sorry, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I'm not broke or whatever it was. And there was this viral trend going around of people with AirPods in, and they would say, sorry, I don't speak broke, or sorry, I can't hear broke. And they'd be flexing their AirPods. So Apple were just getting free advertisement from people being materialistic and just wanting to wear AirPods.
Happens with people walking down the street with Nike shirts on and everything, mate. Like it's
free advertising. Brand marks.
People are paying premium dollar to wear something to advertise for free.
Well, and then how Apple and all that, all these phones have their brand and logo on the back of the phone as well, because when people take like selfies, like mirror selfies and all of that, it has their brand logo there. So like people are seeing that logo in that person's photo. Or how Twitter tells you at the bottom, oh, this was sent with Twitter. This was Twitter for iPhone or Twitter for Android. And like everything is branded. A brand is important. But before we finish though, a brand, most of them are simply just you're buying a person, not a brand. Like JCPenney, what's the banks in America?
JP Morgan.
Yeah. It's like they're all people's names and stuff. Yeah, like it's all people's names. A lot of these big brands, like a lot of them are just either someone's last name or two people's last names put together. A lot of these lawyer like institutions. They are like, we have one here, Hennessy Dowd, which is like names. A lot of this stuff is just a brand and a name, which is just crazy to think of. But that's a whole
Harley Davidson.
Topic. Yeah.
That's two surnames put together.
Yeah, exactly. That's what a lot of them are, which is just, it's insane. It is honestly insane. The world's materialism and branding. That's what, like, obviously I want to achieve that one day because it's like the basis of a business. But, like, I don't want to lose that personal touch, that personality myself and all that. But, like, that's why my dog's the face of it. And, like, not necessarily me. Like, I do, obviously, all the videos and all that, because if my dog could get up here and interview you, he would. But I don't think he could properly interview you. But, like, yeah, it's definitely a big branding thing. It is crazy how it all is when you really look into the intricacies of it. And that's why business absolutely fascinates me.
I find it interesting how many businesses the government used to own.
Yeah.
And how many they own now.
Yeah, exactly. And even little ones like fast food joints, some of them are real estate, not actually fast food. Some of them were government funded and backed. Yeah, so McDonald's is actually real estate that is rented out by fast food. It's the weirdest way of explaining it. But McDonald's owns a lot of real estate, and they make their money from mainly just real estate by investing. Yeah, by they franchise their real estate pretty much, just the same way that like gyms and all that own all these gym services, but you own the franchise, so you bought the service there. Macca's is kind of like a real estate running a burger joint outside of it. It's so hard, and that it'd take me so long to get into it. But literally after this call, I'll send you a link to read up on it, and it is heavily confusing, but like it is so interesting too at the same time. So Macca's is mainly fast food company, and it was even in a movie. There was a movie made about it too.
But these companies that you buy into, Macca's, Domino's, Pizza Hut, Subway, they're foolproof. If you are prepared to invest the money into these businesses, it's very, 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 very slim chance that you will fail.
You know, there's like only about 2 brands in the drink aisle at the shops. Like, there's all these different brands, but there's only 2 companies, which is mainly Pepsi and Coke. Coke own Mount Franklin, Solo, all that. I think they got a power drink. They got power drinks. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they own Powerade.
Powerade, I think Powerade.
Yeah.
Or one of those things.
Yeah, and then like Pepsi
Deep
owns
Spring.
like Mountain Dew, 7-Up. Yeah, exactly. All of it is mainly just owned by Coca-Cola and PepsiCo.
And you know that they pay for shelves in the supermarket.
Yeah.
So Coke and all the high-end brands, Arnott's and all that stuff will get shelves on the higher end, and then the other brands will get put on the lower shelves.
Just like toys and snacks as well. Like toys and like lollies and all that as well will be lower, especially in the impulse aisles at the front near the checkouts. So it's where like toddlers and young kids and all that is eye level as well. So that's why they're called like the impulse aisles. Yeah, exactly. Yep. That's how they used to do it at Big W. That's why they have that massive line you have to walk down to get to the checkouts, because it's all just shelving of impulse buys, like stuff that's on sale, chocolates, little things like that, things they need to get rid of. They chuck it there and it's bang, it's gone so quick.
If you got a Snickers for 99 cents, how can you say no? Like
exactly. Like,
but if you don't like Snickers, they got a Kit Kat next to it that's 99 cents. They got a Mars bar that's 99 cents as well. So
Freddo's, Caramello, Tic Tac, like it's just foolproof, man.
Check out.
Well, we have got 3 minutes left, so I'm going to ask you quickly. This is how we're going to do the outros for these videos. So it's going to be simply what I've got written down here is give the audience inspirational messages to end the live happy. So I'm going to ask you certain things. So if you could tell our audience or anybody who's going to ever watch this video one thing about business, starting a business, or living this lifestyle, what would it be? What would be the inspirational message you would just send them off with?
Do what you want to do. And
I like that.
Focus on what you want to do.
I like that.
Ask yourself every day, what's going to get you out of bed? I've just got to grab a phone charger. Give me a second.
Yeah, no, but I like that.
Phone's going flat.
But that's a good thing.
These podcasts take a lot of power out of your phone.
Yeah, no, God, yeah. That's why I've got it all set up like this.
Hold on.
I'm waiting for you. Kathy said in the comments, I always taught my kids to live within their means. For example, don't have champagne spending on a beer income.
Yeah, I like that. That's great. Good one, Kathy.
Yeah, no, that is good. That is good.
Yep. Right. I mean, 100%. I like that. It's so true. But see, that's the way that the world is at the moment. And we're going back to materialistic. You bought a pair of shoes 3 months ago, and people aren't wearing them shoes anymore, so I need to go and buy another pair.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the mentality of the way people think.
It's like what we said at the start, like prioritize, just do what makes you happy. Like,
do what you want to do.
Like,
don't listen to what other people got to say about you. Don't care what people say about you.
That was another thing Logic did. This is why I love Logic. If anybody in here has not heard of or listened to Logic, listen to Logic. He has this song, and it's called, he just goes like, do what you love, do what you love, do what you love, do what you love, come now, come now. So he did the coolest thing ever, and he got a bunch of artists from all around the world that nobody's ever heard of, and he made a song with, you ever seen Batman The Dark Knight Rises?
Which one's that?
That's the one with Bane.
Yes.
With Christian Bale.
Yep.
You know the dude, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, the guy who played the police officer who turned out to be Robin at the end?
Yes.
Yeah, anyway, he's like a musician. His name's Joe. And him and Logic just got a bunch of these like musicians from around the world, and Logic got them all in one song, and it was called Do What You Love. And they just talked about like doing what you love, be you, just do your thing. Logic's always rapping about equality and like
don't change for no one.
Yeah, exactly. He always talks about that. He's like, does it make you happy? Well, then what's stopping you? Oh, so-and-so said this, so-and-so said that. They don't like what I'm doing. Cool. Like, them. Like, so I don't give a crap. Like, it makes me happy, dude. Like, look at me right now on like a video that's going to go onto the internet forever, wearing my hoodie with my dogs on it, just having a cheeky yarn about what I love. Do you know how many people are going to watch this, probably my age, and be like, oh, it's that idiot Kyle, or what's he talking about? I'm like, yeah, cool, it's that idiot Kyle. I'm still a gangster. You just got to do you, man. I would not have got this far without doing me. You would have not got this far without doing you. Like, it makes you happy. This makes me happy. Let's just be happy, positive. Once again, as Logic said, preach peace, love, and positivity. It's beautiful.
I like it.
Yeah, man. I want to get that tattooed one day. It is the coolest thing ever. But that is that. So that is that. We've hit our 1 hour mark. So I'm going to jetty spaghetti soon, in a sec. And we're going to leave it there. So to anybody still watching, or to anybody who ends up watching this, because it'll be going up on Facebook and Instagram, we'll be making a playlist for it. You'll be able to view it again at any time. I'm going to try to put some timestamps on the YouTube one. This was a good trial run. So obviously I didn't have time to prepare and rehearse a 1 hour. Most of it is off the top of the head. Some of it's scripted. I didn't have time to rehearse the whole thing. So a lot of this we've improvised. A lot of it I've thought of. So it went well, I would like to say. It was pretty cohesive. So we've done good. But this is Live Fridays. It'll be live every Friday at 7. We're going to have next week's guest. It's going to be a beautiful, lovely lady named Tracy Hughes, who is a dog groomer here in Bathurst. She comments on a lot of our stuff and is very knowledgeable. So that episode is going to be about grooming. So I hope to see you all there. The week after that, we've got Luna Moons from Gold Coast, who will actually be joining, I do believe, there. And that one is going to be awesome. I am so excited for that one. He is the man that goes on the internet and swears at people who doesn't know how to look after dogs. He is also one of the greatest trainers I have seen. He is so knowledgeable in dog behavior. So that episode is going to solely be about dog behavioral analysis. It's going to be about training. He was the one who also set the record for walking the most dogs at once. He does pack walking, which is dope. So I want to pick his brain about how the hell he does that, because that would save us a lot of time. You agree?
100%.
So, yeah, he does it awesome. So I'm going to get him on. And then after that, we have Carry Me Home, the dog rescue. So that's going to be about rescue and all of that. So that's a couple of our upcoming episodes. You'll see the advertisements soon. But thank you all for joining us. As we said, this is Rocco. I am Kaya Gardner. And we may as well put a feature from the boys themselves. I have to go make my bed. But there's Drax laying there and Blade. They would like to say hello, but they are currently having a cheeky snooze. And we're going to go have a feed soon. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. So thanks for coming again, Mr. Rocco. It was absolutely legendary. It
was good.
So we'll end on YouTube. Smack that. See you, everyone.